Once upon a time, forest animals gathered in plenary session and decided to create a school in the forest. The project was voted for and approved unanimously. As you might know, there is always someone who has a lot of questions. We are talking about the squirrel.
What will be taught? And what will be the most important thing to learn?
Disquisitions, coughs, papers flying everywhere. And finally, it was heard. We should consider it vital to fly. It can be easily guessed that the one who spoke was the golden eagle. Right away, shyly, other voices began to be heard.
And swim. And run. And jump.
And dig burrows. As you might have guessed, at the meeting, there was a fish, a hare, a kangaroo, and a mole. A detailed action plan was made. Holidays were decided. Teachers were chosen. Posts were assigned. Salaries were fixed. And they established that all students must take all courses. Such was their importance. Although the hare got the best performance in running, flying led him to an impressive crash. He was willful, so he tried again. And again. And again, until he fractured his spine. Imagine, my friends, the suffering of the fish digging, of the hippo flying, or the rhino climbing, or the mole singing, and of the ostrich diving. The original joy was disappearing. The number of students was decreasing. The parrot spoke, expressing everyone's feelings. I came knowing to fly, and now I don't even have time to practice it. I haven't learned anything. Yes, I learned that I'm not able to swim, or run, or jump, or dig, or... There was a party at the end of the course. Diploma of Honor, Distinguished Student. Special mention to Coco, the chicken, who was not able to swim, or dig, or run, or jump. She did not even fly very well, but she was mediocre and did everything just as bad. The cloister thrilled. Everyone had gone through all the exams, and although 87% had failed, the reasons were clear. It was due to lack of education, poor concentration, lack of motivation, irresponsibility, immaturity, emotional problems, and many serious family conflicts. You know. The school never re-registered any students because there was a rumor going around the forest. In this school, they only teach you to realize what you are not able to do.
A wonderful day to all. Before I start, let me share some links to the video you watch on my topic. The parable is about the animal school. My point here is it's a lesson we keep having to learn. The majority of us lack balance in one area more than another. We are stronger than average. There is a tremendous tendency to spend effort fixing the things that are substantially weaker than others or ourselves, or to be specific, to our institution or organization. But that's not the best course of action. Instead, spend time enhancing the areas where you are already somewhat competent and look for the methods to fill in the gaps. This could include utilizing technology or collaborating with other organizations or institutions. You can also join forces with strong strategists if you find it challenging to handle operational matters Moreover, you can also be in partnership with a strategist, human resource officers if you are not very good at handling people's difficulties and issues. And you can also partner with competent strategists if you are inept at developing strategies. So, I can relate this to my topic, which is strategic planning and its purpose. So, what is it all about? I want to start this discussion with the quotation, "The essence of strategy is choosing what not to do." Meaning there would be no need for strategy if there were no trade-offs. Any good idea would be swiftly copied, and it already is. Performance would once more be entirely dependent on operational effectiveness. So, strategic planning is a blueprint how an institution or organization realizes its needs and objectives. Or it can be a plan that outlines how an organization or an institution will achieve its set goals or objectives and how their needs will be met. So, with this, institution or organizations exist. As they exist, they aim for the what and they materialize the how. So as we go on with this presentation, we are going to understand these three things. So why do we need to strategize? For us to give direction. Imagine an organization without strategy. Imagine a school without a plan. Just like the parable, none of them 100% successfully passed the subjects. So what are the things to be directed? Priorities of the institution and what suited actions to be done. The designed action plan, implementation, and appropriate allocation of resources maintain and empower dynamism within the institution or organization. So as we direct these things, it will lead us to the next question, which is what is the springboard for strategic planning? Of course, the foundation will be the vision and mission of every organization or institution. The vision leads us, where do we want to go? What do we want to achieve as an institution? What do we want to be as an organization? And of course, it will tell us the kinds of community we want to see. As we envision these things, let us try to see why our organization or institution exists as an institution or organization. We exist to communicate to the community we serve, what we do, and why we are doing it. Another is we are materializing the goals and objectives of our organization or institution. Another is we need to make an impact by being stabilizer, meaning meaning in terms of education, we are not going to educate not only the mind but also the heart, because I believe that the education is not only centered to our mind, but it should be coupled with the education of the heart. And that makes us the stabilizers of the community. So upon knowing this springboard or these springboards, what's next? After realizing our vision and materializing it through our mission, what's next? If we know our environment, it will help us use our strengths to take advantage of opportunities. It will lead us to overcome our weaknesses to take advantage of opportunities. It will guide us to conquer the weaknesses that makes us vulnerable to threats. It will also enable us to use our strengths to make us less vulnerable to threats. Thank you for listening. Good day and God bless.